I could not deal with anything at that moment. So this is the difference. So this is why when I see guys texting, they're not serious. This is Mickey Mouse stuff, you know? You train or you don't. If you do something, then do it. Go all out.
I think that we cannot just rely on God. We have to also do our own work. You know, I think the secret to success, it doesn't matter if you come from a little village in Tal or from a big town. There's one thing that you have to do, and that is you have to first of all work your ass off. And number two, you have to have a very clear vision of where you want to go. You have to be brave, and you have to be tough. You have to discipline, to follow through. It is very important that you don't listen to the naysayers. Because in every step of the way, people say this is impossible, it's never gonna happen. I never listened to the naysayers because I believed what Nelson Mandela said, that you know, everything is always impossible until someone does it.
Dream. I was poor because I didn't have anything. I had no money, I had no things, we had no TV, we had no refrigerator, we had nothing as kids, but I was rich because I had a dream.
I think the biggest mistake is that you go to the gym and you go through the motion, but you don't really have your mind inside the muscle. I liked to be a little bit overtrained. Yes, you were tired. Yes, I had to come back for the second workout at night, but so what? When I went into the gym, I put my gym bag down and I immediately attacked the weights. I never felt sorry for myself. Let me tell you that it all paid off. Don't give me this thing, I have a difficult time with the time and I don't have time for this and I don't have that. You have time, you make the time.
There was never one negative impulse in the last 15 years. Can you imagine you have to doubt that you maybe don't make it? Maybe I will never be a Mr. Universe. That destroys the whole thing. You got to have faith in your vision.
Many people don't like bodybuilding because they don't understand what it is all about.
We work it until it hurts. It's a beautiful philosophy. It's a healthy sport and it's an art.
Für ihn ist nicht das Wichtigste, dass er das meiste Gewicht hebt oder dass er am schnellsten läuft. Für ihn ist das Wichtigste, dass er den perfektesten Körper hat. Das heißt, er muss Symmetrie haben, er muss eine sehr gut entwickelte Figur haben. Sehr viele Leute glauben, dass Bodybuilder die riesigsten Muskeln haben muss. Das stimmt aber nicht. Riesige Muskelmasse is not das Wichtigste.
For me, pumping up in a gym and having a good workout is maybe the same thing as, having sex with a woman or something like that.
What do you want in your life? Do you want to fall in love? Do you want to be married? Do you want to have children and go on with the everyday life like all the other millions of people do? Or do you want to be the one person who is the best? So therefore you have to cut this off and go your road and don't go sidetracked. Stay cold.
You got to push yourself all the time because remember, the body doesn't really respond to the same thing over and over. But you got to always give it the extra punch. It was always all out, and like I said, the training partner was always responsible to challenge you at all times. Have a clear vision where you want to go. What is it that you're really passionate about? And then go after that. No matter what it takes, go after that. As crazy as it may sound, because you got to do something that you really enjoy doing.
Also ich finde das wirklich sexy. Und das ist natürlich, was wir alle haben wollen. Sexy.
I always was interested to work towards something that is bigger than me, something that is going to be around much longer than me. I'm going to be gone one day, but bodybuilding should not be gone.
Way back when I started training, I visualized what my body should look like to be the best in the world. And then, when I had this vision in front of me all the time, I then could go after that. I mean, you have to have the kind of a mind as a sculptor has, because a sculptor has to do the same thing.
You can have the best ship in the world. You can have the best cruise liner, but if the captain does not know where to go, that ship will drift around the world and out there at sea and will never end up anywhere. If you don't have a goal, if you don't have a vision, you just drift around. I knew exactly that is where I wanted to end up.
It is impossible to be a maverick or a true original if you're too well behaved and don't want to break the rules. You have to think outside the box. That's what I believe. After all, what is the point of being on this earth if all you want to do is be liked by everyone and avoid trouble? The only way that I ever got any place was by breaking some of the rules.
It's a great sport because it is not a destructive sport. It's not like boxing where you hit each other, you know, or try to kill each other. So it's a healthy sport. It's the kind of a sport where you really can train every part of your body, and you get mentally in touch with your body very much through bodybuilding, and you get a great relationship between mind and body, which is the ideal thing really, which is something that Plato already said, you know, sound mind, sound body. That's why I think bodybuilding is a very healthy and is the best sport.
Experiencing pain in your muscles and aching, and just then go on and go on and go on, and this last 2 or 3 or 4 repetitions, that's what makes actually the muscle then grow.
Why don't you put some weight on the bar, pussy?
If you can go through this pain barrier, you make it to be a champion.
It is progressive resistance!
If you can go through, forget it. And that's what most people lack, is on this, having the guts to go in and just say, I go through and I don't care what happens. You know, it aches, and if I fall down, I have no fear of fainting in a gym. It doesn't matter, because it's all worth it.
I wanted to make sure that out of the 24 hours of the day, that I don't waste one single hour. Those hours were too precious. I couldn't wait to get to the gym. People always came up to me and says, why are you smiling? You're working out 5 hours a day. The other guys have a sour face, they're pissed off that they have to do another rep. I looked forward to another 1,000 reps of sit-ups. I looked forward to another 500 pounds of leg press or squat. I looked forward to doing more and more curls until my arms fall off. Why? Because I knew that every rep that I did, and every set that I did, and more weights that I lifted, I get one step closer to turning that vision into reality.
Die letzte Übung ist meine Lieblingsübung. Draußen. Beste Übung, was es gibt.